Okay, so behind me is a Lexus LFA here at the Toronto Auto Show. Very excited to see this here. I didn't think I would be able to. I've been with Lexus between the manufacturing side and the dealer side for almost 10 years now, and I've never seen one in person. So I'm super excited. If you don't know what an LFA is or how special this car is, you need to search up, first of all, how the engine sounds. It sounds like a Formula One car, which is super cool. It's a V10 that was developed with Yamaha and Lexus to get that perfect sound and a ton of power. Also, the entire vehicle is made out of carbon fiber. Now, in Canada, there was a few LFAs sold originally. It was pretty cool. You had to be selected to even have a shot at one. And Lexus would essentially come to your house with this $10,000 briefcase, and you could kind of pick your wheels, your color, your interior, things like that. And one of those lucky buyers got to buy a Nürburgring edition. Now, the really cool thing, as the legend goes, is that particular buyer asked Lexus Canada if they could have an Alcantara steering wheel. At the time, Lexus said, we'll look into it. And a couple months go by, they come back and actually built one with an Alcantara steering wheel. So somewhere out there, there is a Nürburgring edition that was built for a Canadian and has a Alcantara steering wheel. I'm sure that car has long left the country by now, but if it is here anywhere, that would be pretty cool to see. Now, as you look at the LFA, you're not gonna be able to get too close to it, but you can see some things from back when this car was designed almost over 10 years ago that now translated into the current lineup. One of the cool things about it was when it was originally developed, it was gonna be an aluminum bodied vehicle with aluminum frame, and about 10 years in, they decided to make it carbon fiber. Now at that time, Lexus didn't know how to build carbon fiber in a frame or in like a tubular design. So they essentially had to invent a machine, to invent a material, to invent a car. And that's what makes the LFA so special. So beside me is an LC 500 in the flare yellow color, very similar to that LFA that you just saw a moment ago. In fact, it's kind of like a little sister to that car. So when you're at the auto show, come check out the LC 500 and I will show you why. So the LC 500 features a 5-liter V8 that Lexus took 5 years just to perfect the exhaust note. What's important to know about the exhaust note is it's in perfect octaves, which I'm not a musician, but to a musician, that might mean something. To me, it just sounds awesome. On the front end, you'll notice it's very similar to the concept called the LC that Lexus launched with a few years ago. We have this really cool signature light that flows into the actual body of the headlight. So when that's on daytime running light, it looks really sharp and it kind of looks very seamless even though it goes into that headlight lens. We also have the triple beam LED headlight setup with some really cool details. So as you get up close to the headlight, you're gonna see some cool little Lexus squiggly lines that you'll notice on some of the other vehicles, which is really cool. Also, the LC is one of the few vehicles that has the flush mounted handles, and actually is the first one in the Lexus lineup for sure. So how it works is as you approach the vehicle, you can actually just pop that out. You see a little Lexus emblem there and pull and open the door. And when you lock it, those will fold back in to give you that seamless, flush, high-end car look. On the interior, it is very much a Lexus flagship. So we have high quality materials, it's super smooth driving. In fact, I know a couple guests of mine who have driven these cars across Canada and said it was an absolute touring machine. We have a really cool handle in the center with the Lexus touchpad. And everywhere you look in the inside, it's high-end materials. Everything from kind of like an ultra suede Alcantara to aluminum trim pieces to even the floating door handle here on the door panel. You can see there's nothing around it, it just kind of sits there, which is quite nice. Also, you'll see some carbon fiber bits here. So that is said to be built in the same factory that the LFA was built. So what they did was they repurposed some of those carbon fiber manufacturing and was able to do things like the roof here. So this is a performance package. On the performance package, we have a real carbon fiber roof. It does get rid of the glass sunroof, but the glass sunroof on the lower packages doesn't open anyway. So in my opinion, to have that really cool carbon roof is a great thing. Also, it has an active spoiler on the back. So you can see it kind of mounted flush here. There's a couple different modes you can use with the active spoiler, but right now it's just in the down position. Also, I'm just gonna show you the taillights because the taillights on this car are one of my favorite features by far. So you can kind of see some layers to the taillights there depending on what angle you're looking at them from. You can see 3, 4, 5, 6, And it's really cool to see this in traffic or kind of when you're behind one, because at first it makes you almost want to do a double take. And it's just a really cool eye-catching feature of it. It was supposed to, Lexus wanted it to be kind of like an afterburner, like you would see on like a jet engine or something like that. To me, I just think it looks super cool. We have the exhaust mounted down there with some piano black kind of trim pieces. You know, this is a vehicle that, is it as fast as a Porsche 911? No, but it's not supposed to be. It's more of a touring vehicle. It's great for long drives, and it also comes in a soft top convertible, which you could see just over to my left here as well. So Lexus has this in the booth right next door. We can't get too up close and personal to it, but it is the soft top version of the car. The important thing is, I don't know how much longer Lexus is gonna make this V8 for. So if you're considering one of these cars, I would definitely do it over the next couple of years. Who knows, maybe it'll even be a collector's piece at some point.